After Udika, speaker to top the comedy chart. Sajith plays cricket while the party is in a crisis. Rohitha tight-lipped as Prasanna speaks about Ranil. Namal to form secret organisation.
The leader, දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම.
After Udika, speaker to top the comedy chart. The past few days were occupied by Udika Premarathne's resignation comedy. Elected to Parliament on the back of patriotism, he ended up seeking political asylum in Canada. According to social media activist Chinthana Dharmadasa, it is worthwhile to send someone even into thievery than sending actors to Parliament. Good actors never deviate from their script and carry on acting, he says. However, topping the political comedy chart now is the Speaker. A no-faith motion is to be moved against Speaker Mahinda Yapa, accusing him of having violated the Constitution in the matter of the Online Safety Act. Opposition leader Sajith Premadasa says the motion will be handed over in the coming week, but the SLPP vows to defeat it by majority vote. The SLPP breakaways now wearing independent suits have decided to vote against it too. In the beginning, not even the affiliates of the SJB were supportive of it. Some described it as a media hype by Sajith and GL Peiris. But with the revelation of the role played by the Speaker in the IGP's appointment, those in the opposition have come together against him. Even Public Security Minister Tiran's bosom pal Udayagamampila disagrees with Mahinda Yapa's action. Sajith described what happened at the Constitutional Council. The matter of the IGP was not even in the Council's agenda. The meeting was to start at 11:30 a.m. That proposal came at 9:50 a.m. The Prime Minister Namal Siripala, Sagara, Anula voted in support. Kabir and I opposed. 2 others abstained. The Speaker can vote only if there is a tie. The Speaker violated the Constitution and the tradition, he charged. With that came added revelations about how Tiran planned it for a year, provocations by monks and so-called patriots, Yukthia as an offensive to favour Deshabandhu. The situation has now distanced some of the Liberals away from Ranil. However, government politicians say Yukthia has been able to build a formidable supportive force for Ranil. But without knowing their next step, it is difficult to fathom what their real intentions are. The actual situation will surface once elections are called. Sajith plays cricket while the party is in a crisis. The crisis in the SJB is now out in the open. Seniors are getting dejected. In the meantime, Sajith is getting support from social media. A video shows him playing cricket with some schoolboys and discussing the game's history. He also continues with his visits to schools with his Sakwala program. In a WhatsApp group, Darshana Tantriga referred to Sajith's habit of distributing things. Although somewhat exaggerated, it carries some weight, say some SJB MPs. According to that, Sajith is a person who focuses on distributing things. He likes it very much, and not politics, and he seems not to understand they are 2 different things. He has no time to think clearly about anything else and carries on with whatever is brought to him by his followers. Even economists in the party question if he can carry on distributing things once he gains power. With Godahewa as his main economic advisor, the model to his liking is the same one that prevailed during Gota's period. He gets his businessmen friends to sponsor distributions, but if he thinks managing a national economy is as easy as that, God help the country. Rohitha tight-lipped as Prasanna speaks about Ranil. Taking his Mountain Decade project around the country, Minister Prasanna Ranatunga raises public awareness on the government's development work. Last week, he participated in district coordinating committee meetings in Gala and Kalutara. At the end of both meetings, he met with former SLPP local government members and spoke in support of President Ranil Wickremesinghe. In Gale, Prasanna said the government, not the party, has given him the responsibility of attending those meetings. Leaders of our party decided to make the incumbent the president. We were not consulted, but we agreed to that. Now, the entire country knows our decision to be correct, so SLPP leaders cannot oppose Ranil now. Prasanna said he was speaking his heart out and asked them to express any alternative opinions. An ex-chairman referred to the talk about Dhammika Pereira, while another said, "We agree with that, but we are in the lower rung of the party. You deal with the leaders, get them to agree." Prasanna replied, "This is a difficult journey. Have to be careful. We have to elect a president of ours if we are to show the party's strength at the general election." In Kalutara, he was flanked by Basil loyalist Rohitha Abegunawardana. He listened on silently, while Prasanna continued to back Ranil. Prasanna said the matter of the presidential candidate would be discussed after Basil arrives on the 5th. Namal to form secret organisation. The media reported that Namal will contest for the presidency. There were worried faces within the SLPP after that. The first salvo was fired in Matale. Its local government members adopted a proposal that he should be the SLPP candidate. Namal responded by saying that it would be too early to speak about that, but stressed the party will definitely field a candidate. Presently busy with reviving the party mechanism, he met several trade unionists recently. At the party headquarters, he had talks with those at Sri Lanka Telecom. Engineers and lawyers' unions in the SLPP met him at his official place. Leader Mahinda Rajapaksa, General Secretary Sagara Karyawasam and several party politicians were in attendance. All pressured him to contest. In the meantime, some MPs met him at his home. They included Wakumbura, Chanaka, Ketagoda, Edirimane, Karyawasam and Thanuka. Mahinda and Johnston arrived late. Namal entrusted party work among them all. They discussed forming a secret organisation to protect party members during emergencies like the Aragalaya and May 9 incident. Maybe that has been prompted by the fear over the popularity of the compass. But another division is unavoidable if the party cannot find common ground for everybody. In the meantime, the Sri Lanka Freedom Party has unanimously decided to field Maithripala Sirisena. Looks like almost all the parties are having candidates. The political map is taking an unusual shape this time around, and the leader will bring you everything up to date. That's it for today.